Morning, gang. Sunday, the 20th of May, 2018. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk. I'm nice and fresh after a lovely cup. Oh, just a moment to show. I was talking about that Assam tea yesterday. If you like proper tea, okay, this is what you want. This is what you want. All right? £2.50, 125 grams, which is, it's not dear. You'll get at least a week out of that. This is tea leaves. They do tea bags as well. But this is the one if you want proper tasting tea. The Yorkshire tea is quite good as well. None of these poncy, blackberry infusions with mandarin side effects and a hint of apple. None of that old crap. Herbal teas. This is tea. I don't know how they got the audacity to call that other stuff tea. This is proper tea. Very, very nice. Waitrose. Sainsbury's has got it as well. And I think I've seen it in Tesco's as well. So Twinings Assam tea. Try that. What else have I got to show you today before I start today? The government are telling us all to do with snacks. No more than 100, not 100 grams, calories. No more than 100 calories per snack. Like, I got these from Slimming World. Now, it was Adam the plumber, actually, who, is he with us this morning? Yes, he's first in this morning. Good morning, Adam. Adam the plumber, who introduced me to these. These are boxes of chocolates, okay? Now, they are only, one moment, please, 72 kilos, 72... Oh, what are they called? Calories per bar. Now, they're not massive, okay? But that is enough to get rid of your chocolate craving. Don't give me all that crap while you're sitting there with your 2-kilogram bars of Galaxy Dairy Milk chocolate. Oh, I can only dream of having one of those. Non-Irish Mary from Ireland used to bring me in those massive, great things like that. Oh, they were... I could have 2 or 3 of those a week. Now, I have about one of those a day. They do all different types. This is a new one, blackberry and apple. It's very sweet. The lady did actually warn me. She said, because I went to buy 2 of these the first time around. And she said to me, have you had those before? I said, no. She said, well, just get the one box because people are complaining they're a bit too sweet. But I've had a couple and they're really nice. So I bought another couple of boxes. And here's the other one I've got this week. Fruit and nut. They do orange. Slimmer's World. I think you can only get these from Slimmer's World, actually. And they're really nice. You can have 1 of these a day, sometimes 2, depending on how you're doing throughout the day. So highly recommended. All right, let's say hello to some of you this morning, and you will be able to call in this morning as well. I shall be opening the phone lines very shortly, gang, okay? Operators are standing by. Next door are 200 people waiting to answer your call. It's true. People think I'm sitting here on my own. Guy having a laugh, ain't ya? This is a massive purpose-built television production centre. A complex, as Adam calls it. Adam Plummer, first in this morning on the Facebook. Good morning, Adam. Nice to have you so early with us. Good morning to Danny Davis. Oh, God, you're not going to call in, are you, Danny? The most boring telephone caller of all time and radio presenter Danny Davis is with us. Please, Danny, don't call in. Don't be the first person to pick up that phone as soon as I open those phone lines. Please. God, we've only just woken up. Don't send us back to sleep again with your boring tones on the phone. Good morning to Andrew Baker. Good morning, Andy. My phone is being slow. A little bit like your conversations, to be honest. I was speaking to Danny Davis virtually every day this week on the phone. Sometimes while I'm in the car. It's okay. Hands-free. Ow, you shouldn't be using the phone in the car. Hands-free. Shut up. Hands-free. Yeah, put the phone back down to the police, okay? Hands-free. Thank you. Yes. I can't even remember the line I got to use this morning, Daddy. I can't remember. Good morning to Ray Reynolds in Woodford Green, Essex. Good morning, Ray. Do you live next to the place where they film that ghastly programme, The Only Way is Essex, with all the has-beens and nobodies? Is that where you live, near there? Is that Basildon? Where do they do it? Brentwood, I think it is. Brentwood, isn't it? Is that where they film that? Lots of fit lads live in Essex, don't they? I've got to say, darling, I was almost moved there myself if I thought I'd had any sort of tiny chance of pulling one of them. Good morning to Pat Fowler. Morning, Pat. Shane Cameron. Everyone's here, I know. Non-Irish Mary from Chalk Farm is with us. Good morning, Mary. There's my best mate, Ronnie. Good morning, Ronnie. He's probably still in bed at the moment. It's a bit early for him to get up. 3 devices. Oh, thank you very much. I'm on 3 of his devices this morning. Thank you, Ronnie. He's trying to get the numbers up for me. Good morning to Andrew Charles. It's 12:19 in Spain. You're about an hour ahead there, aren't you? An hour ahead. Good morning, Andrew. Hope the weather's nice for you today. It's beautiful here. Oh, there's clouds just come over. Oh, the sun has disappeared behind it. The hat has fallen down over the sun. The sun has got its hat on, but it's fallen down. Oh, no, hang on. It's come back out again, and the birds are singing in my illustrious gardens outside. Morning to Lee Marshall, who's a year older now, and the Queen and Prince Philip. That was right. Did you notice at the wedding? Wasn't that fantastic yesterday? How fantastic was that wedding? Good morning, Joanna, on YouTube this morning. How fantastic was that wedding yesterday? I got to be honest, I wasn't going to bother. I wasn't going to watch it, okay? But yesterday, I got up, I opened my eyes, and I just felt... I hadn't turned the telly on or anything. You know, I just laid there in my double bed, spread out like that on my John Lewis mattress topper, which is coming up to a year and a half old now, and it's still working perfectly well. Shouldn't really tell you this. Good morning, Mohammed, who's in Pakistan. Welcome to the show. I gave my sister... I'll have to come a bit closer to you because she might be able to hear from me. I gave my sister an old mattress topper that I bought. Now, it wasn't quite John Lewis quality, but there was nothing wrong with it. Well, she's managed to flatten it. How do you do that? She's managed to flatten... They've got to get another one. They flattened the mattress topper. I think you need to come to Slimming World, sis. I really do, darling. So there I was, woken up on my John Lewis mattress topper, and I felt the buzz in the air. And I went downstairs, put my breakfast on. It was about... What time was this? About 8 o'clock yesterday morning, and I put the telly on, and there she was. Naga was on there on BBC Breakfast, and I thought, no, I've got to watch this. So I came up, I did a show yesterday, then from here I went down to the shops. I did my shops, popped into Morrison's yesterday to get loads of stuff in Morrison's. Incidentally, if you use the Quorn cubes, you know the Quorn cubes, special offer in Morrison's at the moment, £1. Usually... I think in most places they're £2. In Aldi they're £1.49. Special offer at the moment in Morrison's, only £1. So stock up on those. That's less than half the price in most places. Brilliant. Quorn cubes, the frozen ones in Morrison's. Okay, so I went to Morrison's, got back here round about 20 to 12 because it was the main wedding I wanted to see. And then I started putting together a meal, put together my dinner, and I was doing something in the slow cooker as well. And then it started, and, you know, there they came through those cars. What a lovely red... Who had the red car? Was that the Queen? I think the Queen had a red car, didn't she? I say red, like a dark red, like a maroon colour. I like that word, maroon. Do you like maroon? Not macaroon, maroon. Maroon-coloured car. And coming through all the people, wow, what a lot of people out. I don't think they expected that many. They were like, I don't know, 6, 7 deep along the route with the little flags and all that business. What a wonderful day. Now, Windsor is literally 20 minutes from here. I can be there in 20 minutes. So you're probably wondering, well, why didn't I go? I couldn't bear the traffic and the trying to get there and get home again. That would do my head in. That would really do... I'm actually, believe it or not, I know the job I do involves talking to lots of people at the same time and doing all that business. But the job I do, it's okay while I'm at work, but away from work, I don't like big crowds of people, believe it or not. And I used to go to nightclubs, 1,000 people in there, or big places. I don't like it in a lot of people in one place like that. I'm a quiet person away from it all. Honest. I'm quite a quiet person. So that started. Let's have a look. And of course, we had the service. And in she came. They didn't play Here Comes the Bride. It was some unknown piece of music. Da, 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 da. All fat and wide, except, of course, she isn't fat, is she? But no, Here Comes the Bride. Anyway, she came in. And what a lovely moment when Charles took her on his arm and walked down with her. What such a touching moment. And then he got She got, I'm coming all emotional now. I'm becoming emotional, boys and girls. And then she got to the front of the chapel, and there was Harry waiting, and the look on his face, and her all smiles, and it was just wonderful. And I'm so glad that I sat down and I was having my dinner and watching that and just loving it. And the church hymns, of course, the hymns were lovely. And the gospel choir. Have you ever seen that in the Church of England? Fantastic. The gospel choir all moving to the music and all that. Because, let's be honest, boys and girls. As you know, I'm Catholic and I do go to church. I've just been to church this morning. And Church of England as well. And we got our music, but it's very, stand still and sing with a hymn book, isn't it? You get these gospel choirs. They're swaying from side to side. The tambourines are coming out. Oh, it's just fantastic. It's just fantastic. My highlight of the wedding, the preacher. Now, what's his name? Michael Curry. Preacher Michael Curry. My God, did he shake them all up. I thought he was fantastic. What the best sermon I've ever heard. That man needs to be running the world. I'm telling you now. Michael Curry, full of fire and love. And I thought I could have listened to him for hours. I got to tell you, when the cameras went on the congregation, some of them were looking at each other, not quite sure what to make of it all. Because, of course, you don't really get that in certainly a Catholic church or a Church of England. You wouldn't have someone standing at the front like that, literally shouting his head off and waving his arms all over the place. That man was amazing. I would love to meet him. I'd love to meet him. What a fantastic man. And he's done a lot. He's actually done a lot. He don't just stand up there and shout at people. On the Sky News site this morning, it says Michael Curry, also, of course, Bishop Curry, it says he was the unexpected star of the wedding. But who is the bishop that caught the world's attention at the wedding of the year? Bishop Michael Curry delivered a passionate sermon on the power of love. Speaking at what is being called a truly modern royal wedding, his animated and wide-ranging speech was a break from tradition, something he alluded to when he told the couple, make of this old world a new world. The Most Reverend Curry from Chicago became the first black president of the Episcopal. I am having trouble saying that word. I practiced it before I came up. Episcopal. Episcopal. Is that how you say Episcopal? Which is part of the Anglican Church anyway, in 2015. He's also been a campaign for social justice. He's 65 years old and he's spoken out about gay rights, sexual abuse and immigration policies. In his sermon, he quoted civil rights hero Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and referenced the lyrics of the African-American spiritual song Down by the Riverside, sung by the slaves. Down by the riverside, you know that one. Bishop Curry is unafraid of being seen as political and is set to march against Donald Trump in 4 days' time. He's called the president dangerous and co-signed a damning statement which he says we are living through a dangerous crisis of moral and political leadership at the highest levels of government. And there's lots more on the Sky News site. And, of course, many of the newspapers this morning focusing on Bishop Curry. So, I just thought he was fantastic. I thought he was amazing, that man. And the way the people were looking around. The general consensus I've got from most people is that they liked his speech, but it went on a bit. I was actually talking to people in the church this morning, Vivian, who sits next to me, and the bloke behind me, and they all enjoyed his speech, but they did say he did go on a bit, you see. So there we are. So that was Michael Curry. Then, of course, we had the gospel choir, the boys who were singing in the choir, amazing. What I would have liked to have seen is the chapel choir singing and the gospel choir perhaps joining them in song to bring it all together. That didn't happen, but that would have been a nice touch as well, you know. I mean, I have a bit of a dream. All this, you don't have to be religious to get this, right? But I quite have a dream where I'd like to see a weekly service of all the leaders of all religions coming together on one big, I was going to say stage, probably incorrect, altar, something like that. All of them on the one. You know, the Catholic leader, the Anglican leader, the Jewish leader, the Baptist leader, the Muslim leader, all these. And I know they're all different names: priest, vicars, rabbi, cleric. I know they're all different names, but you know, leaders. Call them leaders. That would be great. Don't you think that would bring a lot of people together? And I really believe a lot of people were brought together yesterday. A lot of people by this kind of, you know, let's be honest, by this kind of black and white thing coming together yesterday. I thought it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And of course, I don't suppose we'll see another royal wedding like that for many years. It was talked about. I mean, I think I got the story here. Alex Jones, that was it. The Daily Mail this morning are saying, I guess Eugene doesn't count. It says royal fans have rounded on presenter Alex Jones for snubbing Princess Eugenie during her royal wedding coverage. The One Show host made the blunder yesterday as she interviewed Alex Jones. Oh, I'm thinking of the boy. I'm thinking of the singer, Alex. What's his name? I beg your pardon. Anyway, the One Show host made a blunder yesterday as she interviewed royal fans after the ceremony at Windsor and said this might be the last royal wedding for a long time, but it was absolutely perfect. Royal watchers were quick to point out, however, there's another royal wedding a few months away when Eugene marries long-term boyfriend Jack Brooksbank in October. Yeah, but I mean, that's hardly on the same level, is it? That's hardly on the same level as what we saw yesterday. That's not going to be like, it's not really a royal wedding as such, is it? You know, the next royal wedding will be, I suppose, Harry or, he hasn't got any yet, will be William's children, won't it? That will be the next big royal thing, won't it? Unless, of course, we have like a coronation before that. I mean, I'd love to see a coronation. I suppose that could be some years away. We just don't know. I'd love to see a coronation, but I think the next big, proper royal wedding, yes, of course Eugene is a royal wedding. Yeah, but it's not going to be on the same scale as that, are there? Not going to be thousands and millions of people lining the streets, waving the little flags and all that. No, that's just like a little family thing. Nothing like this. We won't see another one of these for 15, 20 years, I suppose. 25, maybe. I thought it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We saw the drive through the crowds afterwards. That was lovely. Did you see the horse that lost the plot a little bit? One of the horses went a bit mad towards the end, didn't they? Huh? I thought he was going to jump into the crowds. That would have been exciting. So we got the horses. And that was it, the royal wedding yesterday. Did you see it? What did you think of it? You can call in if you want to. Phone line open. 02081443477. Let me know what you thought. Anything good or bad, it's entirely up to you, my darlings. Okay. Over on the messages. Yes, I was going to say, I meant to say that. I noticed the Duke. He did not look well at all. He's got these big dark rings under his eyes. I was talking to Danny Davis about that yesterday on the phone, not on the show, but on the phone yesterday. And he was saying, of course, you know, I'm not surprised that the Duke's got big dark rings under his eyes because the Queen keeps beating him up, doesn't she? All right, we got a phone call. Good morning, Ronnie.
And a very good morning to you.
A very good morning to you from Berkshire. Now, you don't live far away from Windsor either, do you?
No. It's actually about 10, 15 minutes from here. It's not far at all. And we've been very nice.
And we've been to Coworth Park as well, where Harry had his little night before. Do you think he had a stag party?
On many occasions.
A stag party with strippers and all that? Would he have done that, do you think?
He had a stag party. He did have a stag party. Yes. I don't know where it was or what it was about, but I did read somewhere that he had a stag party.
Yes.
But going to the wedding, what you were talking about, I didn't find that what was it, a the vicar, the one that went on a bit. What was his name?
The one who did the sermon, Michael. Was it Michael Curry?
Yeah, I didn't
Curry.
find that enjoyable at all. And the Queen found it very uncomfortable.
Okay.
If you watch, she was fiddling with her coat. She was pulling her thing down. It's just not the done thing on a state occasion. We don't have that sort of thing, and I didn't like it. I thought it was totally misplaced in the whole sense of the wedding. But that's my opinion. You know, that's just my opinion. I think that it was a state event, and it was pomp and ceremony, and having someone up there screaming and shouting about fire and brimstone was just didn't fit in as far as I thought. Yes, he probably talks very good in his own sermon, but you know, for me, it wasn't very nice. The thing was, because it was calm and it was nice, but no, shouting and screaming about fire and brimstone is just not on as far as I'm concerned. So no, not good for me. But the rest of the wedding was lovely. She looked absolutely beautiful. Because that's what the wedding will be remembered for, someone screaming and shouting. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. We're just not used to that sort of sermon here, are we? I mean, I can't imagine any one of the many priests, or indeed, I've been to other. I went to a synagogue, didn't I, for a bar mitzvah?
Yeah.
I've never seen a sermon stroke speech delivered like that. Also, I've just spat on my blooming desk then. How awful. Delivered like that before. But I've got to say, I think it shook it all up, and I really enjoyed it.
No, I don't think it. He started off very well, but it's when he lost his. He came off of what he had written down, and went off the cuff, and it just didn't work.
Okay.
For me, it just didn't work. It was very good to begin with, and it was very quite calm, and it was very nice. But it's when he stopped reading from his sheet, and he started swinging his arms around and shouting about fire. You could see the royal family was not impressed. There was a few sniggers. But the Queen was not amused. You know, but as I say, that's my opinion. I think that you know, it was a traditional English wedding. You know, it did have hints of the Americas. You know, but you know, we didn't rule America. We haven't ruled America since the 17th century. I believe the last king that ruled America was King Henry III. Or was it King? Yes, I'm sure it's King Henry III. So we shouldn't really have too much of the Americas involved in it, because it was an English state affair. You know, if you want the fairy tale wedding, you don't want some man standing up there screaming and shouting.
There was a few American flags and that flying with ours. Did you notice that? There was a few American ones, which I
didn't. No,
oh yeah, there was
a few. Lots of Union Jacks.
Yeah, in the crowds as they were sort of coming through, I noticed a few people waving little American flags, which I thought was quite a nice thing.
Flags. Lots of Canadian flags.
Was there Canadian ones as well? Yes, Canadian. Where was the Canadian connection then? Did I miss something there?
Yeah. She starred in. That's where the Suits was filmed.
The what?
You know, the television program. You know the television program she was in.
No, I don't. What was she in then?
Okay, she was in a television program called Suits, and that's the connection, because it was filmed in Toronto.
Oh right, okay. What was that about then? I don't know that program. Have you watched it? Have you?
A legal drama. It was a legal drama.
Oh, I didn't know that. What part did she play? Was she a legal person or what?
Yeah, she had a big part in it. She had a very big part.
I didn't know that.
She was one of the main characters.
I didn't know. Now this is the beauty of
main characters.
This is the beauty of people calling in, because I don't know everything about. That's why I'm not on the blooming radio, because I'm not very intelligent. I have little opinions on that. So it's great that someone's come in there and has told me more. I knew she was an actress of some sort, but I didn't know what she'd been in or anything.
Well, you tell me that you know everything and that you're always right.
Oh, please do us a favour. Give it a rest, will you? Well, thank you for your
Oh,
comments. That's great.
it was
That's
very
great.
beautiful.
Not everyone will have liked that. Not everyone will have liked what went on
No,
yesterday. But apart from
no.
that, the rest of it was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, did you see the bit where the lip readers was lip reading what they were saying
No,
to each other?
no.
Okay, so there was a bit on the TV last night about lip readers. They was lip reading, and as she walked up, Harry said, "Wow, you look amazing," and he said that I missed you, which I thought was very, very lovely.
Oh, do you think
when,
anyone?
when he took her vow off, his face, because she was so she is very naturally beautiful, but she didn't cover up her freckles.
No.
You know,
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? No need to do that, is there?
You know, cake yourself in makeup. But and did you see the tiara? Now that tiara dates back to 1837, and it belonged to Queen Mary, and it was passed down through the family.
Yeah.
And it now belongs to the Queen, obviously. Absolutely beautiful. One of the lesser known tiaras, part of the royal collection, but very, very beautiful, very stunning piece of jewellery. And then in the evening, she wore Diana's big
emerald ring.
Big. No, it's not emerald. It was a sapphire.
Oh,
a very light blue sapphire.
I'm sure I heard on the radio last night someone had an emerald ring. Maybe it wasn't her. Maybe it was someone else. Was it?
Yeah, no, that would have been someone else.
Know.
Who had the, if you look, because they drove away in an electric E-Type Jaguar.
Oh.
Now the E-Type Jaguars were built in the 60s, and that they are a beautiful piece of motoring engineering. But what they've done is they've made it into a zero emissions car. Costs about £350,000. I've ordered two. One for me and one for you. One in black and one in white. Yeah, very, very nice. Very beautiful. She is a very stunning woman, and they're going to have extremely good-looking children.
I'm sure they will.
And you was also saying about the next royal wedding. The next one will probably be William's son, Prince George.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, but we got Beatrice, but it's hardly on. It's never going to be on the same scale. The next big one won't be for 15, 20, 25 years.
There's no way 120,000 people are going to turn up to watch that old nag get married.
No, I don't think so either.
You know, he was always a spare part, wasn't he? Prince Andrew, he was always a spare one, just in case.
Oh well. Well, thank you for your comments on the thing there, Ronnie.
No problem.
Have a nice day.
I do like to give my opinion.
We like your opinion.
When you finish. Thank you.
Cheerio. Goodbye. Oh yeah, Ronnie calling in from just up the road there. You can call in as well. What did you think of the wedding? Any points that you liked? Anything you didn't like? Then call in 020 8144 3477 is my local London number. 020 8144 3477. We've also got Skype. If you've got Skype, you can Skype in on United Kingdom Talk. Good morning to Marlene. Mohammed says, what's the show about? I don't understand. Well, if you watch it, you'll understand, won't you? Would you want me to explain it for you? Just watch it and then you'll get into it. Is that what you do with TV shows? You ring up the TV company and you say, oh, I don't understand what's going on. Can you explain it to me? No, watch and you will understand. Good morning to Johnny Key. Morning, Johnny. Do you ever visit Pakistan? No, I've never been there. Not been to Pakistan. I'm not a massive traveller, actually, Mohammed. I'm not really a massive traveller. I'm going to Vegas, which I've been there before. I would actually like to visit lots of countries, but I hate the travelling. I hate the getting on the plane and having to be at the airport X number of hours, and then it gets delayed, and then this and then that, and then going from there to there, and then a car. Oh, it just gets on my nerves. No, I'm a caravan person now. I like to drive within. I happen to be in the UK, so within the UK, I get in a car, I drive for 2 hours, and I'm there. No mucking around at airports. Yes, I do go abroad now and again, but generally I hate travelling. I hate it. I'm all right once I'm there, but I hate travelling. Mohammed, I don't need a producer. I read the comments when we get there. All right? I read the comments when we get there. This is not like a comment reading show. If I sat here and read comments, there would be no show. That's it. So we get round to you when we can, all right? Stop moaning. Good morning to Andrew Charles. Rod Brown says the speech went on a bit, but imagine the guests wanting to go for a wee or worse. You could tell who they were because they looked like posh blank. Oh, she was miserable as sin. Yeah, but she always looks miserable. Posh. I don't know why anyone invites her anywhere. Posh Spice always looks as miserable as sin, doesn't she? Good morning, Colin. Let's have a look here. And up on here, let's just swap over there. Joanna says the wedding was beautiful. Good morning. Bishop Curry was wonderful in the States. This is not uncommon. That's quite a normal thing, the way they did all that business. Thomas Therrell, hello Thomas, said the bishop made me feel embarrassed for America. Okay, fair enough, if that's what you think there. Paul Mosley's there as well this morning. Good morning, Paul. And I think that's where we're up to date on the old comments there. Good. There we are. So that was the wedding yesterday. If you want to call in about it, you can do 0208 144 3477. I thought a couple more of you would have called in about that, but not to worry. I think Danny Davis has disappeared. Never mind. Good morning, Laura Barnes. Good morning, Laura. Are you coming along to karaoke tonight? Karaoke tonight. Can I just get this in? Karaoke tonight, we are starting an hour later. All right? They had a word with the regulars and they said, can we go on an hour later? So I said yes, so we're going to start an hour later. So now it's 7:30pm to 10:30pm, okay? If anyone's coming along to the karaoke tonight, South East London at the Pyrotechnics. There's the address, 39 Nunhead Green, various buses, trains, and there's a free raffle as well. Tonight, Sunday karaoke at the Pyrotechnics, Nunhead Green, 7:30 till 10:30pm, all right? That's the times of that there. So that's the wedding. I sat in the sun afterwards. It was beautiful, as indeed it is today. It's a beautiful day out there today as well. Absolutely stunning today. So I'm going to sit out in the sun after I've had my dinner. I've got a nice sin-free... What do you got? A sin-free... what's it called now? Campfire stew I've got today, which is basically loads of vegetables, some very hot spices. There's a lot of paprika in there. Frank's hot sauce. Anyone use that? Frank's hot sauce. Burns your mouth. Oh, it's lovely. Burns your mouth. I actually had that yesterday. I put that on. It takes about 8 to 12 hours in the slow cooker. You just put it all in, chop up all your bits, put it in the slow cooker, all the spices, turn it on, leave it. I got home from work last night and I thought, well, I'll have some of this before I go to bed. And I suppose you shouldn't really have really spicy food before you go to bed, should you? But I sat there in front of the telly watching the news before I went to bed and started eating this stuff. Oh my God, it was burning the back of my throat. There was so much spices in it. Absolutely delicious. So I've got that as well this afternoon. Ronnie, I don't know if you're still there, Ronnie, but I don't know. Are you coming round this afternoon for a cup of tea at all, I wonder? Sky and Kelly are coming as well tonight. Fantastic news. It just gets better and better, you three. Be nice to see Sky again after such a long time as well. Come and sing us a song. Sing, sing, chorus of angels. You are a little chorus of angels, you three, aren't you? Laura, Kelly, Kim and Sky. A chorus of angels. That's what we like. Had a sleep. Last night went to work. Jason Prince and Kelly Wilde were on the stage last night at Central Station. They're great to work with. They are so great to work with. Kelly Wilde has been a singer for many, many years. She tried to do our Eurovision song. I think she got to the song for Europe that didn't get... I think they have 5 or 6 songs, don't they? And you choose one of them. Hers didn't get chosen, but she got that far for the Eurovision thing. Better Be Good to You, I think, was the song, if I remember rightly, as written by the great Tony Power, who often you see on here, he writes songs for the Eurovision. Anyway, I had Kelly Wilde and Jason Prince on the stage last night. Wonderfully lively show. Singing perfect. Unfortunately, there was something wrong with the sound last night. The music was going up and down on its own. I thought I had a dirty pot, a dirty fader, so I got my special spray out and sprayed that up and down to no avail. Unfortunately, the sound was still going up and down. It might be a case of turning. Often with electrical stuff, you turn it off and you turn it on again, and it starts working. You know, that's often the case, so we may have to. It might be all right again tomorrow. I didn't have a problem. I'm in the same place on Fridays. You see, Central Station. I didn't have a problem Friday, so I'm thinking it might be that circuit. So I've got 4 circuits. You know, it was on that one. If I move it down for next, I don't know who I've got on next Saturday actually. Oh, Chaz is coming tonight as well. Has he cut his hair yet? His hair was getting a bit long, weren't it? Chaz's hair. Dear me. Remember the Wi-Fi troubles we've been having? I bought a Wi-Fi extender. that still hasn't cured the problem. 2 people now have mentioned Paul, who comes down to Central Station quite a lot. Paul, and also Stuart sent me a private message this morning and have suggested the internet. I don't know what you call them. The Wi. It's not Wi-Fi. Okay, so you got your router, right? And you plug into the electrical socket this little device, okay? And then you use one of the Ethernet cables from your router into this device. And then at the place you want the signal, you plug in another device and then an Ethernet cable from that device into your laptop. And that apparently uses the electrical cable in your house to get the signal to you. So it's not Wi-Fi. That's kind of more of a direct connection. So I've ordered a couple of those off. Well, it's a package of one. So you get 2 bits, one at one end and one at the other, and a couple of cables. I've ordered a couple of those on, or one of those off Amazon. Hopefully that are going to arrive possibly today, actually. I'm always surprised. You know, we order a stuff off Amazon and it arrives on a Sunday or a bank holiday. They work all the time, don't they? They work hard. I don't think they get much money, the Amazon delivery drivers. I don't think they do get much money, but they're very good, and they know I have a special place. I have a special place where I like stuff left if I'm not around, and they put it there if I'm not in it. It's always there, and they put a little card through the door. Or you get a text message, don't you? You get an email message. An email. Talking of emails, my phone. My iPhone, I'm not able to send, because I've got a new iPhone now. 1 minute. You remember I was having a problem with the camera on the other one? Well, they've given me a new one. They just swapped it over because they didn't have any cameras that they could put in. Now I can't send messages. Or I think what I've got to do is delete all the mail settings and put them in manually again, rather than, because it's very clever. When you change your phone now, there's this little thing that comes up on the screen, like sparkly little thing, and you put one phone to the other, and then everything transfers from one phone to the other. You haven't got to do nothing barely. But I think you have to put in the settings manually or they don't work, and I'm not able to send emails from the phone at the moment, so I'm going to have a little look at that after I've had my dinner, after I've finished chatting to you this afternoon. Paul says, I've just popped in. I'm painting the fence. Not sure of the colour. Oh, what colour have you done it then? You haven't got that blue colour, have you? That awful turquoisey blue. Now, you want brown or green? I bet you've used the blue colour, haven't you? Oh, that's ghastly, mate. That'll stick out like a sore thumb. Especially if you've nicked a bit of extra land. The council will notice that straight away. Terrible. Now, this internet thing with a wiring, it's called Powerline. Powerline, and it uses the electrical cables already in your house to do it. So there we are. Oh, you've got green. Oh, green will be all right. I've got the green one. Is it Timberland or something like that? Timber something. Is it in a big green bottle? Are you painting or have you got that spray thing? The spray thing is very good, but I don't think it kind of attaches it to your fence properly. You want a brush to get it right in there. I used the spray one last time I did mine, which was about 2 years ago. And to be honest, the green is already peeling off. I think if you do it with a brush and you push that right into the little nooks and crannies, and the wood as it goes down, you've probably got more of a chance of it staying on there for a few years, I would guess. All right. Good, so that's my Wi-Fi. I've had a minor disaster this morning, boys and girls. A minor disaster. Let me get it for you. A minor disaster. Here is my electric toothbrush. Look. It's died. It was gas. It was like being in a third world country this morning. I was having to manually brush my teeth. It don't feel as good. When you go, actually, I've worn down my gums. I push this thing so hard. I'm probably better off with a manual toothbrush, to be honest. But I do like my electric toothbrush, and your teeth feel so clean afterwards, don't you? I wish certain people would clean their teeth before they come up and talk to me while I'm doing my DJing. Huh? So I'm going to have to get a new toothbrush. I wonder if they do these up at Sainsbury's. I'll see if my mate's coming over, I'll get him to pick me one up on the way here. What make is this? Can't even see it. Is it Oral-B? I would guess it's Oral-B. Oral-B. Braun. Oh, is that the same company? Oral-B and Braun must be the same company, mustn't they? I could do with a new head on there as well. Look at that. Oh, dear. Never mind, so I'll have to get a new electric toothbrush. Oh, get it. Paul's painted it on. I think you're better off, Paul. It'll take you longer, but I think you'll get a better job, to be honest. I don't have much. I get the paint. I'm terrible painting. Terrible. It goes everywhere. I kid you not, whether I'm using a roller or a brush. And I've not got much patience, Paul. I've not got a lot of... If I, the ceiling in here isn't massive. Okay, if I was to do this in here, the paint would be everywhere. And I'd do about, 4-inch square. And I'm thinking, oh, God, is this... how long is this going to take? I haven't got the patience to do painting. You've got to be patient with painting, haven't you? So you take your time and you'll get a good job. Probably last you for a few years then, won't it? All right? So that's my disaster this morning. Couple of news stories. Of course, they're all talking about the wedding yesterday. In the Daily Mail this morning, it says it was a star-studded occasion of Hollywood glamour that was hosted by Prince Charles, featuring a house music DJ, and concluded with an impressive fireworks display outside the historic 17th century venue. So that's the evening celebration hosted by Prince Charles. It says Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding reception is also said to have featured a naughty speech from best man Prince William, a thanks from Meghan to the royal family for welcoming her in, and a surprise from compere James Corden. I quite like James Corden. That whole karaoke in the car thing and all that business. I tell you what I don't like. The what's his name? Oh, the fat bloke. Funny fat bloke. Who's great on his one-man shows, but he's doing the car karaoke thing, like as a comedy thing. I'm sorry, I just don't find it funny. Can't think of his name now. Someone tell me his name. You know the bloke. He does a car karaoke, James Corden one, where he gets the celebrities in there. And he seems to really get on with them all, doesn't he? He's had One Direction in there, and Justin Bieber. And what's her name? Obama's wife has been in there as well, hasn't she? She was great. She was great in there. I think, has he had Beyonce in there? Michelle Obama, that's it. Michelle Obama. So James Corden, he does that car karaoke pool thing. I was going to do it myself once. Obviously, there were not massive celebrities like that, but people that you might have seen on the telly, some of them are, but I never got around to doing it, unfortunately. It's all time, isn't it? It's all time. Has someone answered that question? Who's the bloke? James Corden. Peter Kay. Thank you, Dale. Good morning, Dale. Peter Kay, that was the one. Peter Kay, he does this car karaoke stroke comedy, supposedly TV series, and it just leaves me cold. I just don't find it funny at all. And yet I've seen stage shows that he does are hilarious. I think my favourite thing that I've ever seen him do was when he was taking the mick out of all the reality shows like The X Factor, Dancing on Ice, Strictly Come Dancing. That was hilarious. But the car karaoke thing, no, don't find it funny at all. Some of your messages there. Jerry should have a 2-year warranty on his green fence thing. I'm sure it'd go longer than that, to be honest. I'm sure it'd go longer than that. Anyway, going back to the story. The dinner party at Frogmore House in Windsor Great Park featured Harry's favourite house tracks, curated by DJ Sam Totterley, who also performed at Pippa Middleton's wedding, and a Drinks of the World themed bar. Also on the menu were Candy Floss and Dirty Burgers as Midnight Flags. I wonder what they are, Dirty Burgers. While one source reported a cocktail featuring ginger and rum was on the menu as a cheeky nod to Harry's red hair named When Harry Met Meghan. The sit-down dinner was organic, sourced at the request of Prince Charles, and the light bite canapes were themed Spring Meets Summer. The meal paid for by the Prince of Wales, one from 7:30 to 10 p.m. I mean, all that money spent on the meal. Why didn't they just go down to Domino's and get a couple of pizzas? That would have done, wouldn't it? So we would like to have been at the wedding. We would like to have been at the wedding reception. Why, oh why, they didn't ask me to go down and do a karaoke night, I can't believe. You know, if you were having a wedding, wouldn't you want me to come down and do a karaoke night for you? I could have done that. Okay, Harry, next. They would have all had to put their little bits of paper in. Oh, absolutely. They should have all put their little bits of paper in. We can't have anyone jump in the queue. Just because you're Harry, doesn't mean you can jump the queue at my karaoke nights. Let's see, is there any more on the wedding that we can do? I don't know. I mean, you've seen it all. It's all on the telly and all that this morning as well. Okay, so enjoy that. Hello to Charles, watching on Vaughan Live. And we don't usually have many people watching on Vaughan Live, but welcome to you. I quite like this completely different story here, boys and girls. Like this story on the BBC website this morning, saying tomorrow's cities park with 4 seasons under one roof. Now, we've got something nice here as well, which I'll come to in a minute. And the story goes, everyone has a favourite season. But if you visited Milan last month, you could have experienced all 4 in one place. I love this. And it says, the brainchild of Italian architect Carlo Ratti, the garden used climate-controlled technology to allow visitors to experience spring, summer, autumn and winter at the same time. I think I probably would have kept away from winter. I hate cold. I hate the winter. And we've had a long winter here again here in the UK, from, I don't know, October. It's been cold from October right up to sort of last week, and it's turned now. It has turned now. Of course, we don't get the winters that we used to have years ago. I don't think it is as cold as it was, but they sometimes it goes on a bit, and it did this year as well. The different seasons were represented in 4 undercover pavilions in 500 square metres space in Milan's main square. Piazza del Duomo. Am I saying that right? Oh, Charles has sent a message. Just a second. I try and keep on top of the messages. Charles is in South Carolina. Welcome to the show, Charles. Welcome. The display was intended to raise awareness of the issue of climate change and makes a statement about the need to make cities greener. And I'm looking at the pictures. It's on the BBC website if you want to have a look at it. And it's beautiful, to go under like one roof like that and go from room to room, large rooms, and experience all these different climates. Actually, when you go to Australia and it's a really hot day, there's the what's the name of the place now? It's in Sydney, the biological park. Oh, there's a park in Sydney. What's it called now? Can't remember, but I mean, it's outside. It's outside. It's a big park, and there's a bit where it's all like covered over with green, and you go in there, and it's like separate. It's like a separate climate in that very small space, just because you've gone under and the certain trees that they've planted. It's amazing, really. Of course, we have something similar here in Cornwall called the Eden Project. And it says, the Eden Project, which is down in Cornwall, an educational charity, connects us with each other and the living world, exploring how we can work towards a better future. And it goes on. A visitor destination in Cornwall is nestled in a huge crater. Here, massive biomes, BIOMES, house the largest rainforest in captivity. Stunning plants, exhibitions and stories serve as a backdrop to our striking contemporary gardens, summer concerts and exciting year-round family events. Registered charity, money raised supports our transformational projects and learning programmes. And there's an awful lot to see there. The Eden Project in Cornwall. I've been invited down there and I hope to go at some point this year. You might find it a bit expensive. It's £25 to buy an advance ticket. Children 5 to 16, £12.60, so it's not bad for children. Anyone age up to 4 years old, it's free of charge. You can get a family ticket, 2 adults, 2 children, £64. It is on the expensive side, I think, but I think you'd enjoy seeing something like that. I mean, I certainly like to go down there and walk in there. Has anyone been down there to Cornwall? To the Eden Project. I think that's amazing to go down to something like that. Hello to Chavo. Welcome to the show, you as well. All right. I won't keep you inside for very long today, boys and girls. We'll do today's birthdays. And then I'll tell you about the karaoke tonight if you want to come down. Happy birthday today, Liz Clark, who lives not far from me. Happy birthday. Oh, is it? I've got the right Liz, haven't I? Hang on a minute. I'm sure that's you. Hang on a minute. One moment. Let me just check that. Oh, I might have got that right. Yes, it is Liz. It is you, isn't it, Liz? You look different now, my love. You seem to be getting younger as the days go on. Happy birthday, Liz. Happy birthday, Liz Clark, lives up the road there. Happy birthday today to Richard Thibault. Happy birthday, Richard. To Mimi Maxine, 31 years old today. Happy birthday, Mimi. Mimi, did it say Mimi? Mimi. Happy birthday, Mimi, 31 today. Wayne Latham, happy birthday, Wayne. Used to work with him in the Black Cap in Camden Town. James Max, who's been on Apprentice and on the radio, is everywhere. Mr. Media himself, James Max, happy birthday to you, sir. You must remember him. He used to be on the Apprentice a few years ago now. That'll be coming round again soon, I suppose, won't it? Brian Ronchetti is today 74 years old today. Happy birthday, Brian. Chirag Patel, 36 now. Where are these years going, Chirag? Happy birthday to you. Liam Bentley, who I worked with in Hammersmith Belushes. I popped over to Australia, to Brisbane to see him a few years ago. I think he's back over here now. I haven't spoken to you for some years now, Liam. I hope you see this, and a happy birthday. Always remember, friends. And Chi Kankani, we'll mention you as well. Chi Kankani is actually Chirag Patel, but you're worth a special mention as you're a special person, all right? Here comes the song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Have a nice day in the sunshine. Tonight it's karaoke in South East London. Join us at the Pyrotechnics pub, 39 Nunhead Green. It's a nice place. It's very down to earth there, okay? The Pyrotechnics pub in Nunhead, starting tonight at 7:30 and finishing at 10:30. Thanks. Oh, hang on. We've got to... Oh, no, that's disappeared. Thought we had a late call coming in there. Nope, gone. Okay, that's it for the show today. Thanks ever so much for joining us, boys and girls. I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Don't forget, we're early tomorrow morning, around about 8:45, 9 o'clock in the morning. We do our chat show on Monday because, of course, at 10 o'clock on a Monday, it's the music and chat show. And what I like to do is choose the music with you for the music and chat show that's on at 10 o'clock. Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye now.